in terms of philosophers, who do you think would be a better writer if you were to have only one philosopher of these three in your writer's room? Who would you have? Socrates, Plato, or Aristotle?
Probably Socrates.
Yeah, I think he was more of an asshole, and usually people in Hollywood and writers especially are assholes.
So. He has more of an edge. He has more of I think you want writers that challenge things. Like if I think of classic TV writers like Rod Serling or Patty Chayefsky, they always challenge stuff.
Yes.
And that to me is what Socrates seemed to do more of.
Yes.
Yeah,
Aristotle would be the actor. He's
I think
more
Aristotle
like
would be a pain in the ass, wouldn't he? Because he came up with the formula for the writing beginning, middle, and end. So I'd be like, you can't do it that way because according to me, and I'm Aristotle, you're not obeying the law that I wrote about writing.
So when I was at UCLA, I studied screenwriting in one of my courses, and Aristotle's Poetics was all of that we were required to read. And it's, of course, a little pamphlet. And he tells the basic tenets of great storytelling. It's either man versus nature, or man versus himself. Drama is the best. Comedy is not as good, he said. So
well, there you go.
That's the guy that started making comics feel like we're at the kids' table. That asshole. That's why I wouldn't want him in a goddamn writer's room.
No. Out, Aristotle, you prick.
Because I'll tell you what, Aristotle was the first guy to go, man, I'm probably not that funny, so I'm going to shit on comics. We've always been, there's no comedy category at the Oscars. And you know what? Brad Pitt and Meryl Streep, they're fine actors. They can't do what I do. They can't stand on the stage and make room for 300 people, strangers laugh.
No.
They can't. So I need an Oscar.
God damn it, you're right. Whereas Socrates, kills himself drinking hemlock. Can't get funnier than that.
And most comics commit suicide anyway. So
I was doing this. So it's
it was funny. That's funny because he did that. He had the choice actually to, he could be expelled, right? Exiled. He could just leave town, and everybody's like, "Get the hell out of town, Socrates. We all hate you." And he's like, "No, I'll take the punishment of hemlock instead."
Yeah, and everyone's
that's a comic. Comics have a very loner, me against the world mentality. You have to travel.
You have to drink the hemlock.
You have to drink hemlock
every night.
You know how many comics I know who have committed suicide?
Right.
It's a lot.
There's like a guy in drums like, ba-dum-bum.
Yeah, exactly.
There's Socrates. All right, fuck you. Drink the hemlock. Ba-dum-bum. There he goes, ladies and gentlemen. Socrates every Thursday night here at Yuck Yucks in Athens.
Or Tommy Cooper.
Tommy Cooper died. The English comedian. He died on stage.
People were laughing their asses off in the audience. They thought he was joking because he fell over.
That's the greatest bit ever. What comic would want to go out that way?
He went out like a comedian.
I would. I mean, if I was like, I'm done, I would probably,
the biggest laughs of your life would be right when you died on stage.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd blow my head off on stage as long as I got a laugh. I don't care.
Ba-dum-bum.
I mean,
there he goes.
If it boosts the ratings of this show, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever.
God damn it. You know it. God,
it. Put some hemlock in there.
Do it.
Let's see if it works.
Let's get some hemlock going.
Well, the one we left out is Plato. I mean, why is Plato being left out of this conversation?
Platonic conversations. Plato's boring. He's the middle child, essentially. It's Socrates first, then Plato, then Aristotle. Well, I'm the middle child. I'm the middle child of 3 sisters, and I'm also the middle child. You're probably Gen X too, right?
Yeah.
Gen X is the middle child generation. Nobody thinks of us. Nobody remembers us. They ignore us. And so, nobody's even talking about this guy at this table. Plato, who the hell is he?
The word Platonic comes from Plato.
Yes.
Right? That sounds boring.
Yeah.
It's like jokes with no laughs.
Yeah.
It'd be like a woman doing comedy. It's like all premise, no punchline. It's like one big premise. 20 minutes later, is there a punchline? Hello?
I know a lot of funny female comics, so I'm not going to endorse that statement that you just said.
Oh my God. He's just trying to be controversial.
I know.
It's basically drinking the hemlock, essentially. It's like committing
suicide.
I'm out.
Again, that's what comics love doing.
Yeah.
Comics love, if you're not crushing, it's like, how do I walk the room? How do I... Comics, one of the things that we love talking about is what's the worst thing I could say on stage that would get the whole crowd to hate me?
That's Max every day in life. That's how he operates through life.
But that's
usually
the comedy
everybody
mindset. That's the comedy mindset. And if you can do it to the point where it's not quite as lethal as it can be, then you get a laugh. Like laughter is that one last breath before death. You know, it's like, I'm going to die. I need to breathe one more. You're dead.